Bobby. You understand the point I've been trying to make?
I sure have, Dad.
And what is the point, son?
Well, Mom, it was wrong to steal Judge Ferris's car. Even if I just wanted to go over to Betty Sue's house.
Gosh, you and Betty Sue?
Now, Susie, your brother's growing up. The girls are beginning to like him. I think you'd better get used to the idea.
I don't want to grow up, ever!
At the rate you're going, you won't have to worry.
Now, you two, let's not get into a squabble. Now that Dad is fixed it so Bobby won't have to go to jail for stealing the judge's car, how about I take you both out for a soda?
Gosh, Darlene, you get rich all of a sudden?
I get paid 50 cents an hour for babysitting the Carter twins.
They're such generous people.
What am I going to do with all of that money? I can think of a couple of things right off the top of my head. Silly, let's go.
Last another bite is a rotten egg!
You're on!
Susie, aren't you going for some ice cream?
Daddy, do I have to grow up?
Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll always be my little girl.
Gosh, you're the best daddy in the whole wide world.
Now go on, Susie.
Why?
Oh, Henry, do you really think Bobby learned his lesson?
I'm sure he has, Martha. After all, anyone can make a mistake. He never meant any harm taking the judge's car.
I guess that makes all the difference, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
You know, Mr. Grady, I wouldn't mind a little ice cream of my own.
Well, that's one of the cars right
Well, that concludes the 1975 And now it's America's #1 TV family, the Gradys.
Well, fans, how about those Gradys? They're #1 in the ratings again this week. Is there anything that can knock them off of their pedestal?
Are you ready for this out on TV, then? National Broadcasting is going to take a shot at the Grady family. They're mounting a new show featuring Velma Leopard as the nun with a gun.
Each week, she'll play Sister Mary Dare, who is a nun and an undercover cop.
She'll tackle thieves, conmen, even murderers. Each thrilling half hour opposite the Gradys.
And what will our #3 network feature against Nun with the Gun and Leave It to Daddy? Nothing less than the dynamic duo of Will Call and Greta Street in Spies Alive.
How about this premise? Street and Call play janitors in the Pentagon, and they double up as amateur spies.
It's shaping up to be an all-out rating war for that all-important 8 o'clock time slot.
A war either of the two newcomers can win, because rumor has it that the Grady family hasn't exactly been sailing smoothly since returning from summer break.
Tensions on the set of the 6-year-old sitcom have already canceled one day of shooting.
Unfortunately, nobody's telling us a thing, but as soon as they do, we'll keep you posted.
Rob? Are you here, Rob? I got your note. I'm sorry I was so edgy today, but Dot made me nervous. I know, that's stupid, but she always makes me nervous. I know we all need to be harmonious, but I just don't know anymore. Inez and Randall are always up to something, and I'm not sure what it is. And I'm just afraid you and Dot, oh, I know it's stupid. She plays your daughter for crying out loud. But she's 18 years old, and she's not your daughter. I know we've never been more than business associates. I know that you told me you're off limits. But Rob, I'm afraid I've couldn't be played by anyone who isn't warm, wise, and wonderful. But when I see you look at Dot the way you sometimes do, well, I think I could just kill you. Oh no! Somebody already has killed you! Oh!
I am in shock, TV Land. How could this have happened?
How can Martha Grady kill Henry? How can Americans' #1 family have ended this way?
Couldn't they have tried hypnosis, counseling, psychotherapy?
We don't know how the Grady children are handling these horrible events, but one thing is certain. Leave It to Daddy has suspended production indefinitely.
And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the detective that's handling the case. Detective Digby Wright and his partner E. Potter. Excuse me, detective? Detective Wright? Right.
What?
Heads up.
Hey, you're that lady on TV, aren't you?
That's right, Detective Ann. You're on TV.
No kidding? Where's the camera?
Right there.
Hey, Mom.
Grow up, right? Well, we do understand that the Leave It to Daddy murder case is your first homicide. Is that correct, Detective?
Yeah, we're both rookies, even me.
And you're Eve? Yeah, Eve Potter, his partner. Well, it shouldn't be too hard of a case. Caught Norma Dreadful red-handed. Rather disgusting choice of words.
She was holding the knife. Only her fingerprints are on it. Plus, she had the opportunity. But still, there's always her side of the story.
It sounds open and shut to me, Detective. That's what I keep telling him.
But get this. News has it that the grand jury isn't having an easy time with the Grady murder at all. In fact, they might not indict Norma Dreadful for the killing.
What's wrong with that grand jury? Do they have fleas in their leisure suits?
This is what I've been trying to tell you, Potter. There wasn't any real evidence.
Excuse me, Detective Wright? But what's happened?
The grand jury has refused to indict Norma Dreadful.
No!
She gets away scot-free.
Unless we can find some evidence.
How long will it take to bring her to justice?
Maybe the rest of my career.
Well, one thing is certain. Despite what the grand jury failed to do, the American people have already tried and convicted Norma Dreadful.
And we won't forget. We could never forget.
Wait, can we stop for a minute?
Oh, we stopped at the last intersection.
I know, but I'm pooped.
You're always pooped.
My doctor says I got tired blood.
At your age, what have you done to get your blood so tired?
I got up this morning. And besides, it's no easy chore hauling all this junk up and down Beverly Hills.
But we're close. Real close.
That's what you said 2 miles ago.
The house is someplace around here, and if we can get this story, you and I will be set for the rest of our lives.
At this rate, that won't take long.
Just think, we'll have resurrected Norma Dreadful, Martha Grady.
Dr. Frankenstein said the same thing. Look where it got him.
But what a story! Wife of TV's most popular dad kills him off, then walks.
She was innocent.
I agree. They didn't have enough evidence to send her to the chamber.
The chamber?
You know.
So, we might be looking for a real cold-blooded killer. Bye, Flo. Right when you get work.
Hey, where are you going?
My blood's running cold enough as it is, Flo.
But this will make your photos famous all over the world, Patty.
If I live to develop them.
She isn't going to hurt us. She doesn't even know us.
She doesn't even know that we're coming?
She hasn't spoken to anyone in 20 years. Not since the grand jury failed to indict her.
If she doesn't talk to anybody, what makes you think she'll talk to us?
I didn't graduate from journalism school for nothing, you know.
Maybe she can give us directions home.
We don't need directions. I've got my handy-dandy Where the Stars Live map right here. We just need to find the intersection of Sunrise and Bonanza.
Flo!
I know we've got to be close.
Flo!
We walked all the way to the end of Davison.
Flo!
You don't have to shout.
Look!
Sunrise and Bonanza, so... Sunrise and Bonanza! We're here! I mean, she's there. That's the house. I've seen it in every rerun of Leave It to Daddy. Oh gosh! Oh gosh!
Look! There's a man in black suit leaving!
That's Max!
That's Max? Really? That's Max?
In the flesh, Max. During the run of the show, he was the stage manager. Now he's our butler, the only person ever seen.
Look, he's driving away.
Well, come on.
Wait a minute. If she doesn't talk to anybody, why are we bothering?
When she hears that I am a professional journalist interested in writing her story from a human interest point of view, she will be delighted, honored to speak with us.
You really believe that?
No.
Then how do we get in?
Plan B.
You mean you're not mad at me for breaking the window at Mr. McGregor's store?
Not if you pay for it, son.
Gee, that's swell, Dad.
But you can't use the money you stole from Mrs. McGregor either.
Wow, little sisters have big mouths.
You stole money from Mrs. McGregor? Son, I think we'd better have a talk.
Help, open up!
Wow, it sure is great we've got a dad who likes to talk a lot.
Please, anybody in there?
Go away!
Someone's been hurt.
I said go away!
Please, lady, can you just call the police?
No, I don't want the police.
It's okay. There's a squad car. I'll just flag them down. Oh, thanks, lady. You're a lifesaver.
There's the phone.
Thanks. It's okay, Patty. We'll get you to a doctor right away.
Hurry, hurry!
Oh, if only that truck hadn't been coming so fast.
You've got 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, hey, you Grady kid.
What? What did you say?
It is you.
Get out!
Do you know who this is, Patty?
I don't even know my own name. Leave me alone!
You're Norma Dreadful.
No! No! Norma Dreadful died 20 years ago. Now get out before Max returns!
You're Martha Grady.
Max! Max! Oh, why did I have to send Max for those bagels?
Please, Miss Dreadful, you don't understand.
I understand all too well. You've come here to gape and stare at a murderess.
Oh no, I know you didn't do it.
No, I find that hard to believe. Everyone thinks I'm guilty. I feel their eyes on me, their horrible stares. I feel their fingers pointing guilty, guilty, guilty. I killed America's daddy!
But you didn't.
What difference does it make now? All right, you saw me. Drag your friend out of here.
I think she's feeling better now.
She looks dead.
I said she's feeling better now.
Oh! Should she be moving like that if she was just hit by a truck?
Oh, it was just a light truck.
My head, my knee, my arm. I did not ask you to make yourself at home, young lady.
But is this where you sit?
When somebody isn't already sitting there,
To think I sat on Norma Dreadful's couch.
shouldn't you get your friend a drink or something?
Oh, she's already had enough to drink.
Well, I don't think she's the only one. So tell me, while we're waiting for Max to return so he can throw you out, how do you even know who I am?
We watch reruns. It's a real hit.
What? The studio said they never syndicate Daddy after what I'd done. No one will want to watch a murderess, they told me.
But you didn't do it. Did you?
I think your friend needs to lie down. There's a bedroom just off the kitchen. Take her there. Let her rest a bit. Max will know what to do with her then.
Oh, we wouldn't want to impose.
Wouldn't you? Oh! Oh! Max! Max, come home! There's someone here. Two someones. And one of them is asking a lot of questions. Please hurry.
This is the house, isn't it?
Yes. For 6 years we filmed Daddy right here. I'm afraid it's undergone a few changes.
How come you...
Live here?
I don't want to pry.
You're doing a pretty good job of it.
sorry.
Willie Schoen, president of the production company at the time, was my only friend through that whole ordeal. He knew I'd be ruined. He said the least he could do was deed me the house so I'd always have a place to live.
He must have been a very nice man.
He was a saint, not like the rest of them in this town. All the rest of them wanted to do was use you, chew you up, and spit you out.
Do you have a job?
Do you?
Well, I just got out of college.
Oh, so you're looking.
Yeah,
Where?
everywhere. I'm in business.
Whose business?
Oh, you know, business.
Well, it's just a good thing you're not a reporter. I hate reporters. They're the lowest of the low. You see this spider here?
Ugly little things.
A reporter's a wart of that spider's nose. That's what I like to see happen to reporters.
Well, I'd sure never want to be one of them. No, that's not the truth. And I'd like to begin with the truth.
What do you mean, begin?
I want to be a reporter.
Get out!
I'm not one yet, but I've always...
Get out right now!
Please, Miss Dreadful, I want to help you.
Your kind destroyed me.
That was 20 years ago. Things are different now.
I've been locked in this prison for 20 years because of reporters. Tell me, how are things so different?
People forget bad things. They don't remember you.
They said they'd never forget.
Never's a long, long time. Let me write a story about your life for the past 20 years. Maybe some good will come of it.
But it'll only open up old wounds.
Why are you so sure everything will be so painful?
Because that entire horrible night will have to be resurrected. I'll have to live through it all again.
But you know you didn't kill Rob Murray. Why not stand tall and let me shout it from the rooftop?
I'm a has-been. For 1 decade, my life was a fairy tale. I did movies, TV, Broadway, and then in a moment it was all gone. I can't risk what little I have left.
What do you have left?
Perhaps less than I thought.
I promise I'll stand by you, no matter what. You give me your exclusive story, and I'll see to it that you're exonerated of all suspicion of Rob Murray's murder.
You foolish, foolish girl.
Not you worry, madame. I'm here.
Hey, wait a minute.
Madame doesn't like to be disturbed.
Well, you're pretty disturbed.
You will leave now and never come back. Never.
Wait a minute. We're talking a very good deal here.
Oh, you're a feisty one.
Oh, please, Miss Dreadful. Hang with me, and you'll be able to go out once again. You may be able to host a film festival or something.
Goodbye, miss. And don't come back again.
You really didn't have to be so rough, Max.
You don't want it starting up all over again, madame. You must think of your health.
Oh gosh, where am I? Say cheese!
Have you thought about it?
You are the most persistent young woman I have ever seen. You remind me of myself a long time ago. Tell me, there was nothing wrong with your friend, was there?
Oh, we just had to meet you. An interview with you could be bigger than talking with Michael Jackson.
Who?
Give me a chance. You don't have a lot to lose.
Oh, you big gorilla!
Now you can show your friend the door.
Oh, wait, Max.
Madame.
Make us some tea.
Tea?
Yes, and then I don't want to be disturbed.
But madame, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Please, Max.
Pause.
So, where shall we begin?
How about that night?
That night, there had been some problems on the set. Ever since we came back from our summer break, I could feel the tension. Dot Ferris mainly. She was 18 at the time, playing 12-year-old Susan. They tried to make her up to look young. She acted young. But she liked Rob Murray a lot. I'm sure he was a father figure. Inez and Randall were up to something. I think they both wanted film careers and who were looking for a way out. And then we'd heard about the 2 new shows, None with a Gun and Spies Alive. Everyone was worried. Rob and I, we had argued earlier that day. And then after dinner, I received a message from him asking me to meet him here at 9 o'clock. When I got here, he was sitting right where you are. And of course, he was dead. Someone had stabbed him in the back. Literally. There. You're all straightened out. Maybe soon we'll see the same for Norma Dreadful. The one, the only, Norma Dreadful.
Are you sure about this, madame?
Yes, Max. I'm sure.
But what if...
No! I don't want to hear about what ifs. I only want to hear about what can be.
You're inviting the whole world here.
Yes, yes, dear Max. And they've been away far too long. Let them come.
It could be dangerous.
But they've forgotten. Just as Mr. O said they would.
They haven't.
Oh, Max. Miss Dreadful, who is still as beautiful as she was the day Leave It to Daddy was cancelled 20 years ago, lives in the house where the show was filmed. Though not indicted for the murder of her TV husband, Norma Dreadful has paid 1,000 times for the accusation, having lived a solitary life away from the cameras, her talent dormant. But one can see in her eyes, her spirit, her brilliant smile, that Miss Dreadful has lost none of the magnetism, the presence that endeared her to all America. Miss Dreadful proves a star shines brightly though no one may see it. A star. Norma Dreadful is still a star.
That story, it will come to no good, madame. Mark my words.
Did anyone ever tell you you're an old fuddy-duddy, Max?
I just can't bear the thought of anything happening to you.
Oh dear, dear Max. You've been so loyal all these years. My only friend. I do love you for your concern. But don't you think it's time I step into the world again?
It's not a very pretty world.
But what I see from the window is so beautiful.
Madame, be reasonable.
Max! Do I look all right?
Stunning as always, madame. The reporters, madame.
Oh, Miss Mayfield, Miss Stroh!
Miss Dreadful, we got the most exciting news.
What?
Leave It to Daddy is going to be a national syndication. Cable companies are buying episodes up by the dozen.
Did you hear that, Max?
Yes, madame. Very good news.
Max doesn't seem to like the idea.
I think Max remembers 20 years ago even better than I do. I think in a way, life stopped for him then.
Oh gosh! I never thought I'd see one of my photos on the cover of TV today.
Thanks to you, Miss Dreadful, we're now doing a series of Where Are They Now articles.
Our message machine has been loaded with messages from people we haven't even heard of before.
We even got one from last week.
Well, I never thought we'd be here again.
Yeah, looks about the same.
You weren't any good at keeping house 20 years ago, Mama, and you aren't any good now.
How did you get in here?
The door was open.
You could have not.
Yeah, well, you didn't teach us a lot of manners, Ma.
You're Susie, right?
I'm Dot. Dot Ferris, professional actress.
Professional has been, you mean?
You're Bobby.
Bobby has been, you mean, and so am I, and that's Reese. And you are?
This is Patty Mayfield and Flo Jerome.
Oh, the famous authors.
Wizards at reviving careers.
We haven't revived Miss Dreadful's career.
That's not what we hear.
What do you hear?
You're about to get a visitor.
Who?
She doesn't even know.
Not like them not to call.
Whom do you mean?
Are you sure you didn't get a phone call?
Max? Max?
Max? So he really is your butler?
In the flesh, will you look at this?
I heard he was a big ugly gorilla, but I never believed it until now.
So the Grady children have returned, spoiled, irresponsible, shallow, and cowardice. Have come running back to Mama.
Watch it, Max. You're confusing fiction and reality.
Am I?
Saying Sterling and Kapook, you were on the set.
Shall I throw them out, madame?
Madame! Ha! Madame, it's very professional.
And leave them alone, Max. Was there a telephone call I missed today, Max?
I don't think so, madame.
A phone call from Cecil B. Lapille.
Cecil B. Lapille?
Yeah. How about it, Max?
Did Mr. Lapille call for me, Max? Did he?
None of this is a good idea, madame.
So he did call!
What did he want? Rumor has it he's headed this way to sign Norman a big pup in his next picture.
Me? A pot?
And we figured we'd be here to let him know that we're all available.
Don't consider it, madame. He'll be nothing but a nightmare.
But Max, Cecil B. Lapille.
Our sentiments exactly.
So, Max, rustle some canopies or something? Gotta treat Mr. Lapille like he's important.
Yes, Max. Make us some tea. Find that bottle of Madeira I've been saving. Whip us up some tuna salad.
Yeah, it'll really go for some tuna salad.
What should I wear? I have to look scrumptious.
Oh, I'm sure you've got something.
But it must be the right something.
Let's go help her, Patty. Let's make some magic. Alright, so we're here.
And now all we have to do is play our hand right.
And just what hand is that?
Norma's not going to get this pot! She's not going to get anything at all!
Aren't you being a bit spoiled, irresponsible, and whatever else Max said?
She ruined us!
We could have gone on to become stars.
Instead, we ended up as has-beens before we ever were bins. I haven't worked in 20 years!
Neither have I. But who wants to start now?
All I can get is dinner theaters in Broken Arrow, Nebraska. I want more than that.
We didn't happen to have a rich uncle who left us everything. Now did we, Randall?
Well, some of us are lucky.
But you're a bit overdrawn on your account, aren't you?
How did you know that?
I took a temp job at your bank.
So you're in right, brother dear.
Thought of being related to you makes me sick.
Yeah, well, ain't a picnic on this side of the fence either.
So what are we gonna do?
First thing, we have to get rid of those reporters. And Norma.
And how are we gonna do that?
Very simple with a cellular telephone.
Let's hide.
Yes, it is. Oh, I'm sorry, but madame has just arrived.
Who is it? Max? This is Norma Dreadful? Yes. Really? Yes. You can tell Mr. Lapille I'll be here. Oh, the catacombs. 421, Sunrise Boulevard, 2 o'clock p.m.? Yes. And you can tell Mr. Lapille I'm very excited about whatever project he has in mind. Hello? Hello? That's funny.
What?
We were cut off.
This is your Mr. Lapille!
Give me my phone back!
Why? So you can lie to madame again?
Dot! What's going on?
Maybe they can tell you!
Hi! Just getting a little sun.
Oh, no, madame.
I think they've won out there, Welcome.
Get your hands off me!
This is a free country!
I'll contact my lawyer!
Oh man, I better contact my trainer!
Right. We're going.
Haven't heard the last of us yet.
And don't come back! Madame, if you please!
The tea, Max. If Mr. Lapille says he's coming, then we must be prepared.
Dreadful.
Yeah, Mr. Lapille is a very important man.
They are right for once, madame. There was most likely no truth to any of this.
Stop it! All of you! If Mr. Lapille says he'll be here, then he'll be here! Don't take that away from me!
But madame, you're living in a fantasy world. Out there is the real world. It doesn't conform to your wishes and dreams. It's cold, hard, and uncaring.
The tea, Max!
He's not coming!
The doll, Max!
Maybe we gotta keep going, Patty.
Yeah, I've seen enough fireworks for one day.
No! You're staying! Have your notepad ready, Mr. O. Have your camera ready, Miss Mayfield. I want this recorded for posterity.
Madame, Mr. Lapille.
Mr. Lapille, what a pleasant surprise!
Norma Dreadful, you look wonderful.
It's amazing what forced retirement will do for a body.
Oh, may I introduce Letitia Carnival, my assistant.
Charmed, Miss Dreadful. Charmed. Oh, and this is Mr. O and Miss Mayfield.
Ah, the clever reporters who returned to our world, one of our national treasures.
Oh, Mr. Lapille.
Cecil, please.
You're making me blush.
He's got a habit of that, darling. This is such an honor being in the same room as Cecil B. Lapille.
Isn't it though?
Oh, why don't you have a seat and Max will bring us some tea?
Sit, CB. I haven't seen him sit in 10 years. But I will.
It's business, Norma. That's what makes the world go round. So let's get down to it.
Whatever business are you referring to, Mr. Lapille?
I told you, Cecil. And you mean to tell me you haven't been following the local gossip columns lately?
Those inconsiderate, parasitic leeches?
Oh, darling, you really must put your past behind you so you can have a future. Just listen to the music they're playing now.
Word out from Mammoth Pictures is that Cecil B. Lapille is going to be filming a featured version of the ill-fated television series Leave It to Daddy. Who says that there aren't any fresh ideas?
Rumor has it that Cecil B. Lapille plans to approach. And this is no lie. He plans to approach Norma Dreadful to play a part in his new Leave It to Daddy feature taken away in June.
You all remember Norma Dreadful, right? She was America's most loved TV mom until that fateful night when she found America's most loved TV dad dead.
Though Dreadful was never indicted, she returned to the house where the show was actually filmed and has lived in seclusion since 1975.
Good luck, CB.
You'll need it.
A film? A feature film?
Spelled B-I-G-B-U-C-K-S. Big bucks.
Norma Dreadful? Want to get on the big screen?
I trust the idea appeals to you.
Oh, Mr. Lapille! Cecil, you'll never know how happy you've made me! Max! Max!
Isn't Max your old stage manager?
Yes, and my most dearest, most loyal friend! Max!
Get your hands off of us!
Hell, we were just out walking here.
You rang, madame.
Who are these?
I found them in the backyard. Should I call them?
Well, and give them something from the pantry.
Wait a minute.
I'd know that face anywhere, aren't you? Yes, it's me. You were on Gilligan's Island, right? I'm not that old. The Mod Squad? I turned that show down.
You're the nun with the gun.
Sister Mary Dare. I had the #1 show for 3 weeks. 3 whole weeks.
And then we beat you out.
Quality wins.
It wasn't quality. You just got lucky. That's all.
Will Collin, Greta Streets!
A little look like old Horatio, Norma.
So what are you guys doing here?
Oh, Mr. Lapille, we've caught wind of your project.
Why resurrect a show that ended such a shame?
Pick ours instead.
We've got a great treatment here.
We combined the concepts.
We call it Spies and Nuns with Guns Alive.
A mouthful, ACB.
Yes, well, I've pretty much got my people set for Leave It to Daddy.
Oh, that show's got more sap than a maple tree.
Who cares about the Grady family?
Especially when they know what really happened.
How How dare you! Get out!
You're risking your shirt, Mr. McHill.
People won't pay to see a murderess.
How dare you! Get out! Throw him out, Max!
You heard the lady.
Don't kill my
Who's next?
So, great live nation.
Listen, Norma, I've got lunch in a few minutes with Spielberg.
Who's he? Is he more important than I am?
Oh, Norma, no one's more important than you.
But he's buying, darling.
We'll be in touch.
Oh, but Cecil, I'll need time to prepare for being Mama Grady again.
Oh, Norma, we want you to play Grandmother Grady.
Grandmother Grady?
It's the juiciest role in the whole picture. You get hit by a truck because Bobby forgets to pick you up the old folks home. So you have to walk during a rainstorm.
You'll be doing most of your work with the respirator.
A respirator?
Hey, you may even get an Oscar.
Or maybe the respirator will.
Come, Stevie. We've got 5 minutes.
Yes. Thank you, Norma. Like I said, we'll be in touch.
A respirator?
But it'll open other doors. Yeah, Kevin Costner got his start playing a corpse.
Of course, he's still pretty lifeless.
But he hasn't suffered. I have suffered. I'll pour every drop of that suffering into this role. I'll bring them to their knees with tears.
Wow, you're terrific.
Leave me. I must rehearse. Honk, honk.
She's rehearsing. Let's go.
Linda! Oh,
I haven't lost it, have I, Max? I mean, look at you. You're positively bowled over.
Yeah? And the next one who tries to get in my way is gonna end up the same way.
Who are you?
Got a message for you.
From who?
They said just throw it through the window, but I figured you wouldn't want a broken window, so I'm giving it to you personally.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Of course, I did save you a window, and I've got my expenses.
I'll write you a check.
I don't take checks, lady.
But do you know who I am?
I don't care if you're Joan of Arc. I don't take checks.
All right. Cash. 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 Oh, Max, you hold on to your money even when you are unconscious. How much?
How much is it worth?
Don't push it, lady.
$25.
20.
23.
All right? Here.
Thanks, lady.
The message?
Oh, yeah. Have a nice day.
No! No! It can't be! No! Hello? Is anyone here? I left the patio door unlocked, just like you asked. I brought the money. $10,000 in small bills. It's everything I have in the world. I hope you understand that. I'm wiped out. But I'd do anything to keep you from letting that letter fall into the wrong hands. I don't know how you got it in the first place, but I can't let you keep it. Where's the letter? You said you put it on the table. Where's the letter? If I don't get that letter, you won't get a cent of this money. Is anyone here? I got a gun. I'll shoot. Hello?
Hollywood is still reeling. This town that has seen everything still can't get a grip on how it happened or why.
Why did Norma Dreadful kill Doc Ferris, the one-time child star who played as Dreadful's youngest daughter on the TV classic Leave It to Daddy?
Doc Ferris was found shot and strangled in Dreadful's shabby Beverly Hills home late Wednesday evening after a near-hysterical phone call from Dreadful's faithful butler and one-time stage manager Max.
Police found Doc Ferris lying on the floor of the very living room where Leave It to Daddy was filmed. A curtain cord was wrapped around her neck. A bullet had pierced her heart.
A catatonic Norma Dreadful sat in a nearby chair. She was still clutching her pistol. She hasn't spoken a word since that night and has been hospitalized.
But what about that big Norma Dreadful deal with Cecil B. LaPille? She's been slated to co-star on the big screen version of Leave It to Daddy.
Word out from Mammoth Pictures is that LaPille is still 100% behind Dreadful and that the film will go ahead as scheduled with Dreadful playing as Granny Grady.
Interestingly, I've just received word that Norma Dreadful has been released, pending a police investigation that is sure to find ample evidence this time to charge Dreadful with murder.
If you recall, a lot of folks feel that Dreadful got away with murder in 1970 when her television husband, Rob Murray, was found stabbed to death. Something tells me that she's just not going to be as lucky this time. And that's it from Hollywood Gossip.
Keep your eyes and ears open, TV land.
Most of them are gone by that. There are a few vans outside, but I made them get off the grass. If you stay away from the front of the house, you won't see any of their lights or cameras. Police said they have a right to be on the sidewalk, but they don't have the right to do this to you, Miss Dreadful. No one does. No one should have to go through this once, let alone a second time. But don't be afraid. Max is here. Max is always here. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to protect you.
Okay, Miss Dreadful, time for Billy Willy.
There's a cop. Don't strip it down. It's got another pin.
Oh gosh, Mr. Max. It says so right here. She needs her sedative. So here you go, Miss Dreadful. Just pop it in your mouth and take a nice big drink of water. Come on. That it, girl.
Nurse Carter, I will not have you treating the dame as if she were a cocker spaniel learning to fish.
Silly. Cocker spaniels can't fetch.
Try the analogy, Nurse Carter.
Not now. She doesn't get her rub down till 9.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
How did you ever make it through nursing school?
Gosh, I studied real hard. I went to every class, and my mother was the dean.
That explains a lot.
Max!
Yes, madam, I'm here.
Max, don't leave me! Gosh, I ain't heard her talk before. You know something, Miss Dreadful? You sound just like somebody famous.
Madame is famous. She was America's favorite TV mom for 6 seasons in a row.
Gosh, then you must know George Washington.
I'm missing something here.
Well, he's the father of our country, ain't he?
Hello, Mommy. Dearest. How did you get in here? We all had cheese back then. It's all our house, really, Max, old boy.
I could maybe understand you killing Daddy.
But little Susie, she was only 10.
Get out of here at once, or I shall call the police.
Don't sweat, Max, boy. We're already here.
How's Miss Dreadful doing?
Dreadful, if you ask me.
Good one, Inez. Or should I say, Darlene?
You two must be the surviving children.
Aren't you gonna offer your condolences?
I'm afraid they'd fall on deaf ears.
For a cop we just met, you seem to know us pretty well there, Sergeant.
It's Detective Digby, right?
And, you're his girl Friday.
Why wait till Friday, lady? I'm his partner, Eve Potter.
Touch it.
It doesn't look like Miss Dreadful's any better.
You again!
That's right, Miss Dreadful. We met a long time ago.
You had more hair.
Didn't we all?
You tried to prove I killed Rob Murray! No!
Actually, ma'am, that's not what really happened.
Get out! Max! Max, throw him out!
I'll help you, Max. I'm afraid I can't, madame. He is the investigating officer.
And part of the agreement for releasing you on bail is that Detective Wright can stay here in the house until the cleared up.
Stay here? But I haven't had a house guest in over 20 years.
I can fix you up with a bit more hospitality, detective. I live just on the next block.
Do you? And what direction is that?
Oh, you know, out the back, down the alley, to my place.
Shut up, Inez!
So, you had plenty of opportunity to sneak over here on foot without anybody seeing you.
What? That's ridiculous.
There are more trees and shrubs out there than in a jungle. If Miss Ferris was shot at 11:30, not many people would have seen you.
Norma here was caught in the room with the gun in her hand. And it was smoking, for crying out loud. Look, detective, I don't mean to tell you how to do your job.
You know something, son? I'd make a terrible actor. I mean, one time in 4th grade, my teacher put me on stage and had me play a leaf. How hard is it to play a leaf, you might ask? Well, it's pretty hard when your knees are so wobbly you can't even stand up. Yeah, I was supposed to be the first leaf of spring. But when I passed out on stage, we skipped summer and went straight to fall.
Is there a point?
The point is, I'd make a terrible actor. And I'd never tell any of you talented folks what to do in front of a camera. Now, I'm sure you can do a lot more than just act, Mr. Gregg. I don't think police work is among them.
And you're missing our point, detective.
Yeah, and what point is that?
That Miss Dreadful is a very dangerous person!
How dare you! She's out to get us all! No!
Like she's not enough to Brady family one by one.
We're in great danger!
What what, Max? Kill us for that?
Look, detective, I don't know how far back we've gone in Norma's history, but she's got a few screws that aren't exactly tight.
What do you mean? She doesn't have both oars in the water? She's flying on one jet? The lights are on, but nobody's upstairs?
Worse, she's a homicidal maniac.
Really? That's awful.
Randall and I came here to see if they give us any police protection.
You came over to the house of a homicidal maniac just to see me? You're a very brave lady, Miss Reese.
Don't make fun of me. We're afraid for our lives, aren't we, Randall?
Question is, which one of you is going to get the other one first?
You two! Always upsetting Madame! Go away with it!
Actually, I need to ask him a few questions, Max, if you don't mind.
Maybe Miss Dreadful would like to go upstairs.
Nurse Carter! Nurse Carter!
She's got her own private nurse?
Courtesy of Cecil Hill.
Gosh, how am I ever gonna find out what happens on Leave It to Daddy if you keep interrupting me?
You're taking Madame upstairs.
Is there a TV in her room?
Help me now, Nurse Carter.
Gosh, I don't know. I could have pulled some other duty. This is so boring.
I hope you realize, detective, she's faking all this catatonic nonsense.
Catatonic? That's some kind of new coffee bar drink?
You really can't be as stupid as you appear.
Internal investigations doing a little work of their own. Just play along.
So, Mr. Gregg, what'd you do after Leave It to Mommy?
Daddy.
I'm not your daddy's son.
The show was called Leave It to Daddy.
Oh, that's right. Free Women's Lib. So, what'd you do after the show went off the air? Is that the right terminology?
Yeah, canceled. Terminated. As in my life?
You look pretty much alive to me right now.
It hasn't been easy, lady.
Sergeant Potter?
You never got another TV show?
I guest starred on Mod Squad and Maudie.
Now, what episode of Mod Squad? I used to watch that show all the time.
I played a clown.
And that's it?
I did some dinner theater, but I'm not exactly Caruso.
Caruso. You pitched for the A's?
Senior chief. Opera singer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I can sympathize, Mr. Gregg. I sound like a bull moose caught in a bear trap. Someone once called the police on me while I was singing in the shower. They thought an animal was being tortured next door. So, Mr. Gregg, it doesn't sound like acting to put beer in your refrigerator, right?
I did the next best thing.
What's that?
I sold real estate.
My am on stage. You remember that soap opera we
No,
tried
yeah.
to do?
Can we stick to the point, Detective? I've got things to do.
Yeah, sure, of course. I just need to know where you were last night, Mr. Grady.
Well, Detective, I was home. I live in Van Nuys, a small apartment complex named Ruby's. I worked on contracts till about 9:30. I watched some TV, and then fell asleep on the couch.
One couch potato.
Then I woke up at midnight and went to bed.
Anybody vouch for you?
Yeah, sure. Ask Miss Culpepper.
And who's she?
She lives next door. She always complains about how loud my TV is. She's the one who woke me up at midnight. Turn that idiot box down, she said.
Did you let her in?
Yeah, sure. I love to see her ugly face.
And how about you, Miss Reese? What have you been doing since the show went?
I've been lucky enough to keep working, with small jobs, dinner theater, educational films, commercials, things like that.
What about last night?
I went to a late movie you can check at the Aragon Multiplex.
You really think they'd remember you out of all the people that get in there every night?
Ask Brian, the usher. He's a devoted fan. I always go to the Aragon because they're so kind. Now, if you don't have any further questions, Detective, I have one for you.
Shoot.
Interesting choice of words. What about police protection?
You can sleep well tonight, Miss Reese, knowing your police are right outside your apartment.
Very little comfort, Detective. I live in a house.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Good night, Detective. Come on, Randall. Come on, Randall.
One last question, Miss Reese.
What now?
You never married?
No. I never met Mr. Wright.
Well, that's my name.
See what I mean? Come on, Randall.
Gee, Chief, all she's got to do is get to know you.
Not exactly my type, Potter.
So, what time are the other ones getting here?
What other ones? Since we're staying here, we're gonna have to conduct our investigation yet. We've got several other folks bringing in a few people we need to discuss a few things.
Really, Detective? I'm sure Miss Dreadful doesn't need that kind of stress.
I won't stress her out a bit, man.
You helped enough!
If it hadn't been for you two, none of this would have happened. All you wanted was a story, and you didn't care who it hurt.
I'm sorry. Me too.
But I'm the one who has to suffer.
Well, if I were you, I'd probably have a totally different career. Like joining the circus or something.
Okay, Miss Dreadful, time for a nappy lappy.
I'm not tired.
Aw, are we going to be contrary?
Come along, madame. It's for your own good.
But they must, Lynch. They must. They're bad luck.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry, Miss Dreadful.
You used me, and now see what's happened.
Oh, Detective, we never thought anything like this would happen.
Digging up old bones can really turn up the worms sometimes, girls.
That's disgusting.
Right on schedule. Potter, go get that.
Right, Chief?
Girls, why didn't you go sit out on the patio?
Why?
Because you're tired, right?
I don't understand why we have to come to this house of death.
I already told you. It's our investigation headquarters.
The scene of the crime.
It's kind of poetic, if you ask me.
Evening, folks. I'm Detective Wright. You've already met my partner, Potter. We just need to go over a few things with you.
Oh gosh, I know you. You're the flying nun.
No, the nun with the gun.
Oh, that's right, Sister Mary Dare.
Why, yes, I am.
Gosh, I just loved your show. Especially that cute, adorable priest, Father Do-Right. Do you still have his address or something like that?
I'm afraid he's gone to Tibet to be with the Buddhist monks.
Gosh, he was so
Religious?
no, divine.
What was that?
Miss Dreadful's nurse.
I couldn't afford any help.
Max has been working like slave for years. Everybody knows that.
Nurse Carter is courtesy of Cecil B. LaPille.
That dirty rotten.
You got some problem with Mr. LaPille?
No, no problem.
Not exactly what Roz de Blas and Hillary Guillory tell us.
Oh, and you believe their trashy gossip?
Doesn't everybody?
What do those two witches have to say anyway?
Oh, just that Mr. LaPille was planning on filming Spies and Nuns with Guns Alive. But then he got convinced to take on the Blvd Daddy project.
That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah? We've got the memos to prove it.
Well, we know nothing about that.
Then how come one of those memos talks about a little lunch you three had with LaPille somewhere in Palm Springs?
We can have lunch, can't we?
Who screwed up the deal for you?
Mr. LaPille just changed his mind. That's all.
LaPille had his mind changed.
What would we know about that?
It was Dot, wasn't it?
Dot? How could she change LaPille's mind about anything?
That's what we'd like to know.
You're barking up the wrong tree, detective.
I don't know. I think you three are hanging out on a limb here. You knew that Dot Ferris convinced LaPille to dump your project.
You'll never prove it.
I'm afraid I can.
He's bluffing. He has nothing to ties to LaPille or Dot Ferris.
Nothing except for...
What was that?
It's Norma. Who else?
Somebody kind of put her lights out.
Potter, upstairs!
Right, Chief?
That's a gun!
Max! Miss Carter! Max, where are you? I'm frightened!
Hello, Norma.
No! You're...
Hello,
You're dead!
Thanks to you.
Not nice to kill, Norma.
Especially when you said you loved me so much.
I didn't love you!
Just too bad you weren't my type, sweetheart.
What I can't figure out is why me.
I don't know!
Admit it, Norma, you're just plain crazy.
I think you better go someplace for a long night.
Yeah, please stop.
Let's get into the couch.
You saw them?
Yeah, we were on the patio. We heard everything they said.
I didn't kill them!
And look at this. What is it? Something green
Yeah.
and very synthetic. I think we're dealing with a couple of very moldy characters.
Everybody all right?
Detective Miss Dreadful had a couple of visitors.
Yeah, and who are they, Miss Dreadful?
Rob Murray and Todd Ferris!
Miss Dreadful, you know that's not possible. They're dead?
Yeah, but they've been resurrected.
Chief!
What's up, Potter?
Goose thing on his head about 2 inches in diameter.
Max!
Oh, madame, I tried to stop them. Who, Max? I don't know. I just know there were 2 of them. They got me from behind and they hit me on the head with something.
Why is this happening? Why?
Somebody better call the nurse.
Nurse Carter! Nurse Carter! I think she carried a tray to the kitchen.
Were they really ghosts, Detective Wright?
They're the strongest ghosts I've ever heard of. Can't imagine Casper knocking Max out.
Besides, look at this.
What is it?
A bit of Hollywood magic. Moss from the makeup department.
You got any idea what's going on here, Chief?
Detective Wright, look! Nurse Carter's cat.
Isn't that blood?
I'm afraid that's all that's left of her. Oh, need coffee. Need some coffee.
Dawn is such a beautiful time, detectives.
Now, Miss Dreadful, I didn't know you'd be up.
I haven't slept a week. I'm too frightened. You really don't think I killed Rob and Dot, do you?
Sorry, ma'am. Before my morning coffee, I don't think.
I didn't. At least, I don't think I did.
So there might be a chance?
I'm so confused. I keep rolling everything over in my mind, and I just can't remember what really happened.
I need to ask you something, Miss Dreadful. I've been reading a lot of those old fan magazines, and they said that, I don't mean to pry, but they said that you and Rob Murray had this thing going.
It wasn't a secret that I had feelings for Rob.
Did you love him?
No, I didn't. But it's taken me 20 years to realize I really love Daddy.
Ah, we all love our daddies.
No, I love the character he played, Daddy. And because of that, I thought I loved him. Told him so in that foolish letter I wrote him.
What letter?
The day he died, I'd sent a letter to his dressing room. I told him how much I loved him and how I wanted him for myself. And to keep away from Dot because she was poisoned.
But the police never found any letter.
I'm sure he tore it into a million pieces.
You'd think so. And you knew then that Rob Murray and Dot Ferris were getting along a little too well?
It was a classic triangle, Detective, and I paid dearly.
I guess you did, ma'am. And I'll tell you something else. I don't think you killed Dot Ferris.
Any particular reason?
Coroner's report. She was dead before the bullets even hit her. I'll get that. Don't go trouble yourself now.
Give it to her personally, he said.
You again!
Yep. You can just call me Venerable Esmeralda. Here.
What is it?
I just deliver it.
Who gave it to you?
I woke up on the bench and there it was, propped next to me with a $50 bill clipped to it. Who cares who gave it to me? Have a nice day.
Detective!
What's wrong? The honor of your presence is requested at Miss Dreadful's third and final murder. Tonight, 142 Sunrise Boulevard, 9 sharp. Now I really need my morning coffee.
Apparently, the former TV mom / murderess is hosting a murder party tonight.
Invitations were sent to anyone who's anyone in the recent Dot Ferris murder case. Supposedly, Norma Dreadful has actually invited these people to the third and final murder.
It's too delicious to pass up, so we're going to take you inside for a first-hand look.
After all, Norma would never overlook her two most diligent supporters. Right, Rob?
Right, Hill?
And as a result of concurrent publicity, we should be able to generate more than average interest in our new feature, Leave It to Daddy. Got that?
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Now we've got some work to do on that new cartoon we're producing.
The one where Woody Woodpecker becomes involved in the organ lover industry disputes.
Is that PC or what?
I'll see to it, madame.
Maybe it's Detective Right.
If you ask me, his name should be Detective Wrong.
You're just gonna let us stand here like guinea pigs while Norma here bumps us off one by one?
I never hurt anyone!
And pigs fly.
Well, it looks like the fun has already started.
I'll take those.
That's not fair. The public has a right to know.
How did you two get in here?
Hello, Norma. Don't you look like an old prune?
Get out!
We've got invitations.
We've all got invitations.
So it's not much of a party, if you ask me.
Hello. And here we have the hors d'oeuvres. C'est magnifique.
Really, Norma? What a nice touch.
Well, where did you come from, young lady?
The agency. Parties are us.
Who hired you?
They say Madame did. Miss Dreadful herself.
I didn't.
Oh, Caniac, Norma. You don't know what you're doing anymore.
You really want someone like that in this picture, Mr. LaPille?
According to the latest poll, there isn't a moviegoer alive who isn't tuned into the Norma Dreadful story.
That's box office.
That's suicide.
Ah, evening, folks. I think we've all met.
Not you again.
My mother used to call me Penny. Just like a bad one, I kept turning up.
Any word about Nurse Carter? Nothing. It's like she's disappeared in the thin air.
Except for one thing.
What's that, Detective?
A single footprint right outside the kitchen door.
But people have been in and out of here all the time.
Wearing sturdy nursing shoes?
Order.
Now what do you call this little tidbit? Miss...
Sherry. And this is pâté de foie gras.
Sounds like a mouthful, Chief.
Tasty. Try some, Eve. Now what is this pâté foie gras?
Goose liver.
It's 9. How about that?
What have you got up your sleeve, Norma?
Which one of us is gonna die?
Where did Detective Wright go?
I heard him say someone was going outside.
A hitman, Norma?
Norma Dreadful hires her workout.
It's perfect.
Stop it, all of you! I never hurt anyone!
Oh no? You stabbed me!
You shot me, remember?
I don't believe my eyes.
Rob Murray and Doc Ferris returned from the grave.
Letitia, we've got to turn this into a project.
This isn't right.
It can't be.
Oh my gosh! I knew they weren't really ghosts.
What'd you expect, Mr. O?
This is Hollywood!
It's all right, madame. You never saw any ghosts.
Yeah. Cancel that segment.
No, don't. Because it's a very important piece to the puzzle.
Last night, 2 people terrorized Miss Dreadful, trying to make her think she was going mad.
They wore these masks that were made in a special effects workshop.
Who'd go to all that trouble?
And why?
It's simple. If Norma were proven insane,
LaPille would have to turn elsewhere for her stars for Leave It to Dead.
Madame, it's all right. Detective Wright is on the trail.
But I still don't understand. Who would I get to replace Norma?
Us, you fool! He knows all about it, Inez. I knew we shouldn't have trusted that guy at the mass department. But would you listen? Oh no, he won't say a thing!
None of this was any of my idea in the first place! If only I listened to Mother.
Yeah, well I wish you had!
it's Bobby and Darlene arguing like an old married couple.
That's because they are.
Married? They got hitched during the last season of the show for 20 years now.
So that's what you two are hiding!
If word got out, it would have killed this show. But you took care of that for us, didn't you?
Why would you do such a foolish thing as marry?
We worked together day after day. What did you think was gonna happen?
Not much different than you and Rob, right? So we're going to be bidding you all a fond farewell!
Plan A didn't work, but there's always Plan B.
And what's that?
TV movie rights, Greta!
The dolls, the lunchboxes, the video games, the whole enchilada.
Detective, do something.
I would, but he's got the gun.
At least there's one brain cell cooking, detective.
Order.
No!
All right, calm down, calm down.
Get your hands off me!
Yours has hands, mine has claws.
Welcome, Chief!
Yeah, let's get him down to the station.
Well, Mom, you sure messed up raising us.
Don't worry, man. We can have him in the best of families.
Can you believe what was America's most favorite family is now the most dysfunctional decayed unit ever?
There's a script here somewhere.
No! There'll be no script! I want you all to leave!
Well, I can't help but feeling that this was a very disappointing party. You wanted to see a murder?
Well, let's just say it wasn't satisfying, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
There are a lot of unanswered questions.
Like, did Randall and Inez kill Dot?
They had alibis.
And why would they kill Rob?
Norma killed Rob. Everyone knows she did it. And then she shot Dot.
No! No, I didn't!
Madame, you sit down and I shall fetch you a nice cup of tea.
Please! Please!
Wait a minute. What did Randall and Inez ever do with Nurse Carter? Why would they do anything to her? She wasn't a threat to them.
I say that Norma disposed of her because...
No! I got it! She overheard Norma talking in her sleep saying, I killed Rob, I killed Dot. And when she confronted her with this admission of guilt,
Then you shot her too.
No! No!
Hey now! Come on! Norma couldn't do such a thing. Could you?
Never!
Here we go, madame. It's a nice cup of tea. Can I get for you anything else?
How about some answers?
I do not know the answer.
You're not alone, darling.
So, drink up, madame. It's very relaxing. You sleep like the dead tonight.
Norma, don't!
Why you?
Whoa!
How dare you mess up my plan?
The third murder is Miss Dreadful's own, isn't it?
That's right.
Why? Why?
Took him from me.
Oh, I don't understand!
Rob! My darling Rob!
This is Mrs. Murray, Mrs. Rob Murray.
Rob Murray wasn't married.
We had to keep it a secret.
Sounds more like the cast of I've Got a Secret than Leave It to Mommy.
Daddy! And at first I couldn't blame Daddy. I mean, Rob. He didn't want everyone to know that America's favorite TV daddy had a real wife. But then I found out I just couldn't live up to his TV wife's image.
Really?
But I figured if I couldn't have him, nobody could.
So you stabbed him and set Norma up with a life of guilt?
That's right. And everything was going fine until that story hit the magazine and all the offers began coming in. You hadn't suffered enough, Norma. So it was back to the drawing board.
You killed Dot Barrett.
Strangle her with the curtain cord.
Knowing Norma would come in, find the gun, and shoot at anything that moved.
But why in all of God's green earth would she do that?
Tell him, Norma! Tell him!
Dot was blackmailing me!
She had the letter.
He didn't destroy it?
No, he must have given it to Dot. I bet they had a good laugh over it because by that time they were getting to be a thing, right, Norma?
She kept the letter for 20 years?
Waiting for the right moment to come in handy.
And that came when it gave Norma a motive for murder. That second murder you thought would send her to the madhouse for sure.
How was I supposed to know she wouldn't crack? But it's okay. I'll still come out ahead. So goodbye, all of you. It's been real. It's been nice. But it hasn't been real nice.
We've got to do something!
He went that way.
Heck with them.
We're already
Oh my gosh. Poor Norma.
Call the doctor!
Detective, do something!
It's Norma.
No! I think she just fainted!
Drop the gun! Drop it! Now you. So I couldn't go out the back door. I'll use the patio.
I thought maybe we'd lose her.
She was slippery as an eel. Are you alright?
Yes. Now that you're here.
Oh, madame, I will never let anything bad happen to you ever again.
Max, why don't you just pop the question?
Me and madame, well, I'm holding. On second thought, madame, you want to boogie?
Wait a minute. Whatever happened to Nurse Carter?
She's right here.
That's Nurse Carter.
Her disappearing act just threw us off the trail for a bit.
She's also Cordelia the Bad. She's been hanging around inconspicuously, just waiting for the right moment.
How did she know Dot was blackmailing Miss Dreadful?
Dot made the mistake of asking her to deliver the letter.
And signed her own death warrant.
Yeah, but you can't keep me in any jail. I'm the Yale lady.
Oh yeah? Don't be so sure about that. The costume shop you've been operating in for the last 20 years has been seized as evidence.
What? You can't do that. You can't. No.
Move it, Miss Murray. You want to keep the girl down?
No.
Norma, I don't know what to say.
All these years, we thought...
Anyone could have made a mistake.
Yeah, and we all did.
Thank you.
For what?
I know I said some things last night that I now regret. But if it hadn't been for your story, everyone would still think that I killed Rob Murray.
Listen, Miss Dreadful, anytime you need some publicity, you can start right now.
Right, CB?
That's right. We're going to be laying out our campaign for the Leave It to Daddy feature.
Let's discuss some of the particulars.
Some people have all the luck.
Just don't forget your friends when you make it back to the top again, Norma.
And you will. Mark my words.
Maybe after the filming of Daddy, we can line up a project. And of course, after the honeymoon.
You lucky thing.
Go get her, Tiger.
Oh, Max, this has all been so unbelievable. I just won't be able to believe any of it until sunrise.
Oh, Madame, I am so happy for you.
For us, Max. And it's not.
No.
Norma, don't!
Oh, detective! I thought you'd left.
I just need one last bit of evidence. It's full of something. Cyanide. Wouldn't have taken long to make you a very ex-movie star, Miss Dreadful.
Well, you know something, detective. You're almost as nice to have around as Max.
I'll take that as a compliment, ma'am. And a watch for your new movie coming up. But I think you should talk to Lapille about changing the title.
To what, detective?
Leave it to Mommy.